So I've recently been thinking a lot about what someone said. I don't remember if it was Rogan or who was saying this, but they were talking about how media and all these news and stuff we get, like stuff about Biden and Trump and a lot of the media coverage we get, even about the virus and about the economy and about celebrities and all this stuff, it's getting more and more processed. There's more and more attempts at highlighting certain things that are weird to grab attention or that trigger emotions, or changing a small detail to, or removing a small detail, or usually it's not fucking small, it's a huge part of the story or what somebody's saying. But all that stuff, it's like processed. It's kind of like processed food. You know how all this like processed food is not good for us, like Cheetos and stuff with all this preservatives. It's old and like been manipulated in some way. It doesn't seem to sit as well with our biology as the stuff that just comes out of the ground. And mostly, like the generalizations. But so I've been thinking about this very much the same way, like that there is something of a mental diet that we're consuming and letting into our lives. Just like what we eat, put in our mouth, becomes our body, what we put in our mind becomes our thoughts and our personality and our energy and our beliefs and vibes and values and behaviors. And when we think of a clean physical diet, we think of natural, good amounts, balanced between the different things, not just all fat or all salt or all sugar. It's much more. It's got like a healthy mix of everything, fats and protein and whatever it is that you're eating. And the same with mental stuff. We keep trying to feed the most stimulating things into our minds, just like we do with our body, like drinking a Coca-Cola or a fried chicken and ice cream and then cookies and then all this stuff. The most stimulating thing to my mouth, I'm gonna start eating that. And we don't focus as much on how it feels in our bodies when we eat that. How is the digestion happening? How is the elimination happening? And what it does for us short and long term. The same thing with the mental diet. If we're just watching the most stimulating show, action, people shooting each other, and then we're watching news where people talk about terrorism and people beheading people and bombs and stock market collapsing and people getting viruses and shit, and then we talk about, and then we watch porn, and then we talk to our crazy friend about conspiracies, or go read our Facebook and see our feed with some stupid shit. It's all the same. It's the same pattern. It's the same pattern of compulsively, unconsciously gravitating towards what is being put out there with the purpose of doing exactly that. So the guy who makes the Cheetos or the ice cream or the cookies, he's not making it to make you a healthy person. He's making it because he wants to be a business and wants to sell you something that you want. It's a supply, demand, money exchange thing. And same thing with this information, with news, with porn, with all this stuff. It's made with the thing to make us like it and make us addicted to it in some way, or keep coming back for more. And a lot of the time it doesn't promote a healthy person. Like the porn we watch or the news we watch or the social media we get into, a lot of the time it's just a bunch of bullshit. There's nothing there that we intake into our mind, into part of a mental diet, and then we feel, wow, that was so good, that was some good shit. Like Cosmos is like that. Carl Sagan's Cosmos, not the new one. I haven't even seen the new one, but I know the old one with Carl Sagan is an amazing thing to feed into my mind. It's entertaining, it's stimulating, I learn something. It really changes my life in a positive way. It's amazing, it's healthy, it's a healthy mental diet. And I feel the same about a lot of really nice podcasts. But I'm starting to become more and more conscious of this for myself and thinking about what I watch, the content that I consume in terms of porn or news or TV series or even music, YouTube, everything, the people I talk to, the social media I use, all of these type of things. And I feel like when I take a break from it, even if it's for a few days or a couple weeks, I feel so different. It's like when you don't overeat horrible food, you have more energy. You can do things. You can work on gaining muscle or losing extra weight or go to work feeling better or have better sex life, have more energy to do what you want or chores around the house or explore things. It just feels better overall, and it feels the same for my mind. Like when I don't consume terrible stuff, I feel lighter, feel like I can do more things. And hey dude, what's up?
Not much.
Yeah, I'm just filming something, talking about mental diet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to sit here?
Health or just performance?
You want to sit here so you can... health, performance. It's all the same, right? I mean, how can you perform if you're not healthy?
Well, I guess there's different things you can aspects you can look at.
For sure. For sure. But I'm just thinking like all the things we consume, news, shows.
Let's sit on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go on that side. It's a bit brighter.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll be brighter, but we won't be afraid.
Yes. Don't forget those onions.
Yeah.
So, just been thinking a lot about all that stuff, and how it affects us. Do you feel like how watching horrible news or watching bad shows, it like changes the way you feel, right? It changes like how you think about the world, your idea of what human beings are, all this type of shit. So do you feel like you can just watch whatever, or do you try to be like, this is some bad shit, like why am I watching this?
Yeah, no, there's definitely like if you're watching like a really low form of content, for example, like maybe some YouTube content,
Yeah.
and you're just watching that for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Yes.
It's like you're not learning. You're not. You maybe have a little bit of stimulation in your brain, but
Exactly.
other than that, you're just like on autopilot. You're sleeping.
Exactly. You're just on stimulation. You're just gravitating towards whatever is like just pulling you in the moment. It's
Yeah.
kind of like walking into a store and grabbing a Cheetos just because you saw it.
Totally.
It's
It's just like some little treat of content that you like and you watch, and it's just boring, or not. It's not boring, but I mean, it's just like it doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah. So what do you feel is the result of cleaning all that stuff up? For me, it's like I actually get time to do the things I want. I have to think more about this, like what I want to do with my day.
Right.
And like maybe I'm thinking about it more and more now.
I think it
Maybe I
makes-
want to join some kind of class, like a jiu-jitsu or a yoga thing. That would be kind of nice.
Makes you more aware of yourself and your surroundings.
Yeah, you got a lot more awareness because you're not as heavy and weighed down by all this extra
Yeah.
shit. And you're also less mad. Like a lot of these people we see online that are like what is called Karens, or people that are just like losing their fucking mind. They just have the worst mental diets. They watch news all the time
Yeah.
and read bad newspapers. Like all the content they're consuming is just so inflammatory. Literally inflammatory psychologically and probably physiologically as well. Just like the food we eat when it's really bad. Like if you only eat KFC and Coca-Cola.
Well, I remember reading a news article. I don't remember who owns, or if it was the Washington Post. I don't remember what it was, but it was like it's a news organization owned by Jeff Bezos, and he wrote an article saying that things like kombucha and kimchi and sauerkraut are actually. There was one scientist who said that this has less than the probiotics that you buy at the store, like the $50-$60 ones, and it just is like, huh? He said there was less, but he didn't say anything about the amounts. They're just trying to slander fucking homegrown shit.
Yeah, they
So you
just
buy
process it. Exactly. It's like having a product and you call it natural, organic, all something. Buy this 100% orange juice. And
20 times stronger than anything in the world.
it has 55 oranges in one bottle. You're like, bro, there's not even one orange in this fucking thing. What the fuck is this? And it's like, yeah, a lot of our shit is like that. But I'm starting to become more and more aware of it, and I feel like it's a huge. That's gonna be one of the big things in the future, is people who can, because I feel like we're kind of getting really into the food thing in general. Most people are starting to be aware that they can't just eat
Garbage.
literal garbage forever and not even think about it. Like
Not
you
get
gotta
sick.
you gotta consider where your food is coming from, who's making it, what impact it has on the environment or on your body or business in the
But
world
we don't.
or something.
That's the thing. They don't want us to know this because that's the way that they keep us in the system, and they don't
Yes.
get us from thinking otherwise.
Yes,
It's
there's
because
billions being poured into the opposite direction, for sure.
so much plastic in the ocean, and we're not worried about it.
Yeah, yeah. Like when I go to buy from the farmers market, I'm avoiding all that shit. There's no supply chains. There's no plastic packaging. There's no processing anything. It doesn't go on like some huge truck from warehouse to warehouse and over the thing and boxes and plastic. Like, how much waste is all that stuff? And we don't even care about it because it's like a little bit cheaper because
Because it's like Walmart. It's just,
because
it
it's
sells
literally
everyone
like
out.
pulling on the credit card of the
It's like-
future of the planet.
It's because there's a monopoly on all the. There's no not like they don't want other. Not, like those local sources of food to be there because they want to monopolize on everything and
Of
make it
course.
so they make all the profit. 'Cause
That's
all
how
they
business
want.
works. Business wants to consume all the other businesses and dominate. Business is a dominant. Capitalist business is a domination mentality. So yeah. Anyways, that's some mental diet stuff. Some thoughts.